Guys, I just wanted to stop by and talk to you for a little bit, just to talk to you about, why I started this channel a few years back. Um, it was during the time of the East Coast, West Coast, black women beef that was on YouTube, with the BWE community versus the divestment community versus the just plain old crazy black women community, so they were all going at each other on YouTube. And so during this time, when I saw that there was a group of young black women who decided to start their own Facebook channel, Facebook group, and, just to encourage each other and to uplift each other, I was ecstatic. So I joined this group. I put in my application to join the group because they needed to vet to make sure that you were a black woman. And my application was approved and I was admitted to the group. Child, let me tell you, when I got into this group, I said, what the fuck did I just walk up into? What the hell is this? Because I was looking at a bunch of black women posting every single day the amount of money that they had made from pimping black men. Or men in general. Most of their marks were black men. But there were a few of them that were waiting at the mall for men, period. And they got men of different races or whatever, paying for their food with the promise of a potential hookup, and having their boyfriends. Some of them had boyfriends, but they had their marks that they were waiting at the mall to pick up. I never knew this was a thing. I was that old back then when I knew that. Well, I found out that that was a thing, that you can wait at the freaking mall and pick up men at the mall to pay your rent, to pay for your food, and to pay for all different other things that you want for that day. This particular girl that I saw on there was sad because the mall was about to close and she hadn't picked up anybody at the mall. And I was depressed. I said, "Oh my God, is this what you all are doing? Is this what you call uplifting yourself?" And I know that that was also a direct result of the pimp culture among black women on YouTube, pimping the younger generation and telling them it's okay to be sugar babies, it's okay to be sex workers, and it's okay to sell your body because if you're going to give it to them, they might as well pay for it. And so this mentality now of getting the bag, which used to be a good thing, get your bag used to mean get your education and get a good paying job, or start your own thing and start your own business and get your own bag. That's what it used to be. Now it is equivalent to sex work for young black women. And that conversation, just logging into that thing every single day, depressed me. So I only was able to stay on there for about like 3 weeks or so, because I was every day they would post their accomplishments and where they stood or where they went to go pick up all these marks, and they showed their money, pictures of their money on this thing and how much money they were making and all this stuff. And of course, now I couldn't say anything because then I would immediately be booted out. But I got booted out anyway because if you don't post anything for a while, like 3 or 4 weeks or so, they boot you out. So what am I going to do? Make up a story talking about how I was at a mall and, I got this dude to pay for a Cartier watch or got me food and now he's putting me up in an apartment. What am I could not. I could not. And I wasn't going to make up a story just to stay in that group. Because it was the same thing anyway. It was the same thing over and over again. Girls just saying how they got these guys to pay for these things and they're partial. I made partial rent money today. And instead of actually going to fucking get a job or going to get your freaking education, this is what young black women were doing. So after they booted my ass out of the group for non-participation, I guess, I started this channel. Because there has to be another way for you. You can't just think that the only way for you to get above and beyond and get the hell out of this mess that you were put into. You were born into a mess. You don't have to stay in there, and you don't have to participate in degeneracy to get your bag so you can get out of it. Okay, so you have a lot of older, jaded black women putting this foolishness into young black women's heads. And that's why I started this channel. Now you need to get away from older black women and you need to get away from black men, period. Like I've told you, any black man who is worth anything and is of anything has already chosen their mates to their black women families, and they're doing their damn thing as families. They're not going to waste time. They act like other men do when they're ready for family. Most of the black men that you're dealing with are not marriage or family minded, so you need to get the hell out of Dodge and stop putting all your eggs in that one basket. Okay? Most black women are like crabs in a barrel. Most older black women are like crabs in a barrel. They wasted their lives. They sacrificed. They gave up one for the team. They expect you to do the same thing. So while you're trying to crawl your way out of that basket, they're pulling you back in. They're keeping vital information from you. They're blaming you for stuff that wasn't your fault. They're making you into them because they never got out. They don't want you to get out. But you get the fuck out of Dodge. You understand? Okay, so to all the bitter black men and black women that keep sending me your nasty comments, you can keep that to yourself because I'm not interested. I will never post them. Okay? Because that's not what I'm here for. Okay? So I'm sorry if the last video I made barely got 40 views, but it got you upset enough to be sending me nasty comments. Now, y'all need to stop that. Okay? Because you need to take that L. Older black women and black men are holding back the progress of young black women. And they need to go into other communities where they're going to flourish. It's just that simple. If you don't like it, too bad, so sad. Okay? So y'all need to really just miss me with your bullshit. And stop sending me stupid ass comments. Okay? Because I'm not publishing them. Okay. So that's why I stopped. I came on here. I don't think I've ever told you the story of why I started this channel. And why I really don't care about publishing comments and doing that kind of back and forth on YouTube. Because that's not why I'm here. And I really don't care about that. Okay? So I hope you all are still planning. Get the hell out of Dodge. Don't look back. And find suitable mates at your own level. Get your education. You don't have to sell yourself to make a good living, and you don't have to stay in a degenerate community that does not value you. Get the hell out of Dodge.